What's the most annoying thing that ever happened to you? You know what's the most annoying thing that ever happened to me? It wasn't getting stuck in traffic for 3 hours on the way to a job interview, or even finding out my ex had cheated with my best friend. No. Those were infuriating, sure, but they weren't soul crushing the way this was. It was a damn office printer. Or, more specifically, a smug coworker named Terry, who turned a simple issue with the printer into a 3-month campaign to humiliate me at every turn. Let me back up. I work, or rather, worked, at a mid-sized consulting firm in Chicago. Cubicles, coffee machines, passive-aggressive Post-it notes in the break room, the whole corporate zoo. I'm not flashy or loud, just one of those people who does their job well and minds their business, which apparently made me a target. It all started one Thursday morning. I had to print a massive client deck, 60 pages of charts, images, and marketing fluff. I sent the file to the shared printer down the hall and waited. 10 minutes later, nothing. I walked over. The printer's little screen read, "Paper jam in tray 2." I opened tray 2, found the jam, pulled it out gently, and closed the tray. Nothing happened. Still stuck. I tried restarting it. Still nothing. I checked the manual online. Nada. That's when Terry showed up. Terry worked in accounting, 2 rows behind me. Mid-40s, overly confident and always loud enough for everyone to know his opinion on everything. You know the type. Talks over people in meetings, always mansplains even the simplest tasks, and never misses a chance to make someone else look small. He looked at the printer, then at me. "Having trouble?" he asked, eyebrows raised like he'd caught me trying to decode alien technology. "Yeah, it's jammed. I fixed the paper, but it's still acting weird." He scoffed, like I'd just confessed I didn't know how to tie my shoes. "You probably didn't reset the feed roller. It's basic. Here, let me show you." He shoved past me and started poking at the buttons like he was entering missile launch codes. Then he yanked open a different tray, pulled out another sheet of paper, smacked the printer on the side, and somehow it worked. The printer whirred back to life. "See?" he said, arms crossed. "You just have to know what you're doing." I muttered a thanks and grabbed my papers. I should have let it go, but he followed me back to my desk. Loudly. "So many people in this office don't know the basics," he said to no one in particular, though clearly aiming it at me. You'd think someone in marketing would know how to work a simple printer. From that day on, I became the office printer girl. Every jam, every paper issue, every toner refill, people would make jokes. "Hey, better call your buddy Terry to fix it." Or, "Watch out, printer girl might break it again." Terry loved it. He'd bring it up in meetings. He even mimicked me struggling with the printer during a birthday lunch in the break room. People laughed. I didn't. But the last straw? 3 weeks later, I walked into the office to find someone had printed a meme of me. It was a screenshot from the security cam of me at the printer, looking confused. Someone had drawn cartoon question marks over my head and added a caption. "Still waiting for tray 2 to respond." 50 copies. Scattered on every desk. And guess who was laughing the loudest? Terry. That's when I decided, you want to play? Let's play. I didn't just want to prank him. I wanted to ruin his smug little kingdom of petty power. So I studied him. For 2 weeks. Turns out, Terry printed a lot. Like, a lot. Multiple spreadsheets, invoices, audits, sensitive stuff. All of it went through his favorite printer, the one right next to his desk. He'd even bragged once about being the only one who could fix it when it jams, which is why no one else dared use it. I also found out something juicy. Terry was extremely territorial. If someone used his printer or desk without asking, he'd flip out. He once reported an intern for moving his stapler. This was going to be fun. I waited until a Friday night when most people had left early. With no one around, I opened his printer, accessed the settings, and installed a small script from a flash drive. Nothing malicious, just a harmless script that would randomly print test pages in the middle of large jobs, flip page orientation at random, delay print jobs by 5 to 7 minutes, replace certain keywords like total with banana. I'd made sure it was all reversible. I wasn't looking to get fired, just to mess with him enough to make him snap. And oh, did it work. Monday morning, I sat down with my coffee and waited. At 8:47 a.m., I heard Terry curse. Then again at 9:10. By 10:30, he was red-faced, yelling at IT. My spreadsheet has BANANA in every total row. Why does it say banana revenue? People started chuckling. The next day, he printed a 40-page report only to find half the pages upside down. By Thursday, he stormed into the break room and shouted, "Someone is sabotaging my printer." I feigned surprise. Maybe it's Tray 2 again? He didn't laugh. I wasn't done. Remember those memes of me? I made one of him. A picture of him red-faced, screaming at the printer. I captioned it, "Trust me, I'm a printer expert." I printed one copy. Then I slipped it into the accounting manager's mailbox. The next morning, it was framed and hung on the wall next to the break room coffee machine. Terry tried to have it taken down. The manager said, "It's team spirit, poetic justice." By the end of the month, Terry had spiraled. He accused coworkers of messing with him, filed 3 complaints with IT, even tried using the second-floor printer. But mysteriously, it started doing the same banana substitution trick. I may have expanded my reach. And then, he snapped. One Thursday, I watched him march into the IT room, slam his laptop down, and yell, "Either you fix this or I'm out." They told him there was no virus, no hack, nothing unusual. He screamed that it was a conspiracy. The director called him in the next day. By Monday, Terry was on indefinite leave. By the following month, he'd resigned. No farewell lunch, no goodbye card, just sweet, printer-jammed silence. I eventually got promoted. Not because of this, of course, but let's just say my department appreciated how I handled stressful situations. The IT guy, Marcus, eventually figured out what I did. He cornered me one day in the elevator and said, "You know, if you ever wanted to work in cybersecurity, we could use your kind of creativity." We both laughed. I told him I'd stick to marketing. But now, every time a printer jams in the office and someone jokes, "Better call Terry," I just smile. Because the most annoying thing that ever happened to me became the most satisfying revenge I've ever pulled off. And the best part? I never touched Tray 2 again. Like and subscribe. Share if this happened to you or someone you know.